a few things went wrong. Actually, several things went wrong for Spencer Lee. That's why he lost, right? But let's go and try to break down some of the what went wrong and ways that you can prevent this happening to you. So main thing that went wrong is that, like, quite often when you get someone into this type of headlock here, and the headlock wasn't even the tightest, it was just kind of in front of the chest. But what happened with Spencer is that he tried to get his arms around the person. So then usually if you roll this way, this arm posted onto the mat should prevent you from rolling them. But since Spencer's arm was up, that actually allowed the roll to happen, right? And then so spread the guy's arms, trapped him, and then allowed the Spencer to get trapped in this neck crank here. Okay, so let's go and kind of show the neck crank position here. So go ahead and lay it maybe like this, right over here. So this position would be, you caught the arm and you got the other one across the back of the head here, and then you get them to go down. But as you see here, as you go for that pin, right, you're actually neck cranking at the same time. So that would be totally fine in catch wrestling. This is a totally valid pin. But in amateur wrestling, you can't do stuff like this. So instead of keeping this, he switched to the chin. Right, and I was able to kind of get him almost to the pin. He was still resisting, keeping that one shoulder off the mat. And then what ended it was the jump over to smash that shoulder down. Okay, so the main kind of key to preventing this is getting that base out. Okay, otherwise it'd be much easier to just roll the other way. All right, so say if I did the headlock, all right, we're going to do it this way. So if I got the headlock and if I could chop the arm either out, like forward, or across their body, you would take them this way. It's super easy this way, all right? But even if I have the headlock here, and then just by having this arm out, if I try to roll, they're just resisting a little bit. It will be very difficult, or even if you get them off to the elbow, it's difficult. All right, so there's just a few things that went wrong, but you can still kind of use this in a catch wrestling position or catch wrestling scenario. And one way that you can use this in a catch wrestling scenario, in a common or regularly used technique, would be like when someone tries to double leg you. So if we're standing here, okay, and then someone tries to go for that double leg, see from here, you can reach across to the far leg, or far arm, I mean, get that up, and then now you're in that pinning position that Lee was in. You just step forward, and then you bring them back to the pin here. Okay, so that's this, the way that Spencer Lee got pinned is an actual common catch wrestling situation, or common catch wrestling technique that can be used in multiple scenarios. You're just reaching across the back of the head to the far arm and then pulling them back onto their back. So you're still thinking about being pinned, but it's kind of a pin and a neck crank at the same time. So just going to try to show one more time. Okay, so the original technique was that a headlock. It wasn't even so tight, but Spencer gave up the post here by reaching forward, and then the opponent here was able to roll them over and then switch. Right? So this happened here, and then they kept rolling with the inertia, and you come back for that pin, and then you can jump over to just finish it if you can't get that neck crank, since that's illegal and amateur. All right, so we'll see you in the next video.